Hi, it's Barbara, and in this practice, we'll be using a seated pranayama practice, a little bit of movement to get us started, and then moving into some more meditative work. And it won't be a long practice, but the idea is just to get you to enjoy that feeling of sitting and doing a little bit more inward work. So let's start with a comfortable seated position, however that is for you, and it could be sitting onto a chair. I'm just adjusting myself, sitting onto a chair or sitting down onto the floor, however is comfortable for you. So remember, you could be kneeling and sitting onto some blocks, or you might have a little kneeling stool, or sitting with your legs crossed. Okay, so let's start off with a little bit of movement around shoulders. We're going to draw shoulders upwards, create some tension into the shoulder area, and breathe out and let the shoulders sink down. And repeat that a couple more times. So we're going to draw up shoulders again, and breathing out, relax the shoulders down. Let's use one more movement like that. Lifting the shoulders up, squeeze up around the shoulder area, and then breathe out. Let the shoulders come down. Okay, so we'll put hands onto the center of the body. Take a breath in to take the hands out towards each side, and breathe out to bring the hands back onto the body. And we'll repeat this. So we're breathing in, take the arms wide, breathe out, bring the hands back onto the body. Perhaps allow the hands to land somewhere around the low ribs or just below the ribs. And carry on with this movement. If you feel comfortable to, then at some point close your eyes and notice the movement and the touch of the hands onto the body. Using about 2 more movements, and that's 2 more breaths. When you get to the end of your movements, finish with hands resting onto the body. We're going to bring our awareness to some diaphragmatic breathing, and a good location for your hands is below the ribs, towards the center, close to the navel, somewhere that feels comfortable. Let the shoulders stay relaxed. Breathe in and out through the nostrils if you can. And tune into the space and the feel of the body underneath the hands. In particular, we're thinking about noticing any movement. So when we're using our diaphragm to breathe, then as we inhale, there's some expansion of the abdominal area. We might feel that just below the ribs or around about the lower ribs. And as we exhale, the rib cage relaxes back more inward, and the abdomen moves more inward. So the action of the diaphragm muscle is doming up on the exhale, flattening down on the inhale at the place around the lower ribs. So that's a good position for your hands. So notice if there's movement there. See if you can observe movement rather than trying to actively create movement. So although we can expand the abdomen using our abdominal muscles, diaphragmatic breathing requires only the movement of the diaphragm itself, not engaging the abdomen muscles. Stay with the movement of your breath for a few more breaths. Does it feel comfortable? Can you make your breathing feel as comfortable as possible? And when you're ready, then remove your hands from your body, but keep your attention in that same space where your hands were. Relax the hands wherever they're comfortable, but keep your attention still on that area of the body around the lower ribs or just below the lower ribs. Is it possible to still feel that movement as we move from external awareness through the hands to internal awareness? See how this feels in terms of comfort for you. If it doesn't feel comfortable, then you might end this practice here, or open your eyes, or change the way you're sitting. If it does feel comfortable, then pay attention to that feeling of comfort. Imagine that feeling spreading through the whole of the body. And spreading into the mind. You might find it helpful to engage with that feeling of comfort by thinking of a place or a location that you find very comfortable and imagining yourself there. Be in that feeling of comfort, and yet still aware of what's around you. Let yourself enjoy that feeling of comfort so that the body is relaxed. Keep observing or noticing or listening to the things that are around you. And then take your attention back to your breathing. Moving your attention back to the area of the low ribs or just below the ribs, and see if you notice movement there. You might want to place your hands back onto that area of the body. Feeling your breathing. Noticing that each breath has its own pattern and rhythm, steadily flowing in and out. And then when you're ready to end your practice, open your eyes, move your hands to where they're comfortable. Take a moment to give yourself some praise for completing that, and then moving into the rest of your day when you're ready.